The basic trends in the world remain unchanged. Ukraine and partners are doing everything together to make the terrorist state lose, and so that it happens faster. The president of Ukraine said it in his address.
We see that the Kremlin is trying to squeeze out of Russia all possible potential of aggression. They are in a hurry. For they know that the world is still stronger, but it takes time to rally its strengths. Therefore, speed is very important. Speed is everything. In decision-making, in the implementation of solutions, in supply, in learning. Speed saves lives. Speed brings safety back.
This week, the president of Ukraine met with the Prime Minister of Sweden, Ulf Kristersson. The politicians discussed the issue of pressure of sanctions on Russia, as well as cooperation in the defense sector. Earlier, Sweden approved the supply of one of the best artillery systems to Ukraine, the Swedish Archers. Issues of the economic and defense spheres are today a priority for Ukraine at all international platforms, Volodymyr Zelenskyy noted.
Оборонні питання, економічні питання, і те й
Defensive issues, economic issues, both with a target on this sprint. We must make such a sprint so that it really feels like Ukraine is moving towards victory. This concerns the training of our defense forces, the supply of weapons for our state, and our strategic initiative in the war. Any attempts by Russia to seize the initiative must be broken, and I'm sure we will do it. The enemy is now already losing so many of its people and forces that it will soon be difficult to find, for example, a marine all over Russia. And our task is to make sure that there is less and less desire to keep Ukrainian territories in occupation.
This week, Volodymyr Zelenskyy took part in a meeting of the Norwegian Storting, the parliament of the country, at which the parties agreed on a historic support package for 5 years in the amount of about $7 billion. We are talking about providing economic, energy and defense assistance, including NASAMS air defense systems. The president of Ukraine also spoke at the opening of the 73rd Berlin Cinema Festival.
Culture and cinema can be outside of politics, but not when it is a policy of aggression, not when it is a policy of mass crimes, murders, terror, the desire to destroy other countries and other peoples, when it is a policy of total war. That is the politics of today's Russia. Under such circumstances, and at such times, art cannot be neutral, cannot be out. Professing the principles of openness, equality, dialogue without borders, and the cinema from all over the world, the Berlinale made a choice. Institutions and persons supporting the Kremlin and films made with Russia's support are not admitted to this year's festival.
Volodymyr Zelenskyy thanked Prime Minister of the Netherlands, Mark Rutte, for supporting Ukraine during his visit to Kyiv. Earlier, the Netherlands decided to transfer to Kyiv 2 Patriot anti-aircraft missile systems, as well as Leopard tanks. The unprecedented support for Ukraine was also discussed at the 44th meeting of the heads of government of the countries participating in the Caribbean Commonwealth and at the Munich Security Conference.
There is no alternative to Ukrainian victory. There is no alternative to Ukraine in the EU. There is no alternative to Ukraine in NATO. There is no alternative to our unity. Hence, there is no and should not be any alternative to completely get rid of Russian aggression. We have to liberate from Russia's aggressive potential every international institution and every sphere of the world economy, because only then there will be a chance for freedom to pass through our border further to the east. May freedom be the subject of compromise? No, and it's a rock-solid no.
A priority task for Ukraine is not only the deoccupation of Ukrainian territories, but also the return of Ukrainians home from Russian captivity, Volodymyr Zelenskyy said in his address to the people. 101 people have returned home this week. Most of them are the defenders of Mariupol. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.